Hello, guys. Welcome to this live broadcast. Welcome to Workouts for Older Men Live. I am Skip LaCour. I'm so glad you're here today. Happy Thanksgiving to those of you men who are watching this broadcast in the United States and wherever you are watching around the world. This is a time in the United States for Thanksgiving. Time to count your blessings. I know we want more out of life. Life's always going to get challenging, right? There are so many things to be thankful for. And this is the time with your friends, your family, with me, your training partner, your brother in iron, going through the journey of life with you. I am so thankful that you're here. I'm so thankful that we have this continued relationship. When you come on to this live broadcast, make sure that you say hello. Tell me where you are watching me from. Tell me what you're loving about these Workouts for Older Men Live broadcasts. I want to do more of that for you. I want to take it to higher and higher levels, make this connection, the value that you're getting. Hey, thank you so much for the emails that you're sending me at skip@skiplacour.com, the direct messages, how much you're appreciating the effort, the energy that I'm putting out. Hey, it serves me well. It's a mutually beneficial relationship, but I appreciate you appreciating me. I'm very thankful that we're going on this journey together. If you're watching me on a replay version, that's great too. I will connect with you. The vast majority of driven, ambitious men, even on this holiday, we're busy. You know, we got productive lives. We got to fit in these live broadcasts. It's important that we make this connection on a continual basis. But I know you're busy, all right? So if you're watching a replay version, I want you to know to post your comments, your questions, your suggestions. I want to make this interactive even when you're watching the replay version. Whether you're watching me on YouTube at Skip LaCour, on Facebook, make sure that we connect. YouTube at Skip LaCour, Facebook at Skip LaCour page. And for those of you on YouTube, I know that you're searching the internet, you're looking for answers, right, to your common fitness questions, and you're coming to these live broadcasts. This is just something that I do just to connect in addition to strategies. I'm going to talk about strategies. I'm going to tell you what I have for today's Workouts for Older Men live show. But this is more of connection and strategies, just training partners going through the journey of life. There's a special playlist on my YouTube channels is for direct and to the point training, nutrition, strategies, right? This is our way to connect. And if you're on Facebook, you've been around, or you're new, this is just our way to remind you of who you are, what you're all about, what you aspire to be with your physical body, what you're capable of. Here I am at 56 years old, still passionate about it, still loving the journey, and I want to go along. I want you to come along with this journey with me. All right, let's see what we can make out. I want to remind you of what you're all about, the promises that you made to yourself, and that's what these live broadcasts are all about. In this video, I want to talk about some training tips when it comes to barbell rows, right, for your back. I want to explain some things I think about for barbell rows and all back exercises. And what's really important, if you're a little bit older with a busy, productive life and you're going all over the internet looking for answers, looking for the best strategies, you know what success is in life, your business, your family, and you come over to fitness looking over all the social media platforms for sometimes the much younger, passionate fitness experts, and you want to do it right. You're looking for the best strategies. You're used to being the best, and you're coming over here and getting confused. How to prioritize all of these strategies, right? Is everything important? How do you prioritize it? I know where you're coming from. I've got a busy, productive life like you, and fitness is obviously very important to me, right? But everything isn't equally important. I want to talk about free weights versus machines, and as I train back here, how that all works and how you can fit that into your pursuit of the ultimate physique, ultimate fitness, building muscle, losing body fat in a way that works well with your life. My life is like your life. This isn't for those men who want to be competitive bodybuilders. I give you the most effective and efficient strategies. The 80-20 rule, as I say, the 20 things that make the biggest impact. Those are the things that you need to focus on. You can't make everything important no matter how much you want to master this right away. I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to climb into your mind. I'm going to answer those questions that you have, that all this confusion, frustration, overwhelm. That's what I do during these live broadcasts. All right, so I'm going to do another set. In this video, I want to talk about back training, machines versus free weights, and it being the holiday season when it comes to your training and eating. Right, here we are, hitting the holiday season. The mindset portion, the motivation section, the important part, the mind, the heart, the gut. I want to talk about you hitting the shots that you must in your life. Right? You execute on the things you must, so when we have holidays or disruptions, you can take it all in stride. It's a way of looking at it to take advantage of all those disciplines that you know you need to do in ideal times, so when we hit these holidays, you can take it all in stride. All right, so I'm going to do another set. I'm going to come back. I'm so glad you're here. Continue posting your questions, your comments, your suggestions, joining me on this Thanksgiving holiday. I'm so glad you're here. All right, guys, in this video, I want to talk about some back training tips, help you get that wide, thick back training tips. And I also want to talk about free weights versus machines when it comes to your training. You've got a busy, productive life. You want to do it right. You may have heard that to be your best, you got to use free weights. That's what the big boys use. But is that necessarily true with your busy, productive life? I want to talk about that. And as the holiday season approaches, all the parties, all the travel, all the tempting food in front of you, I want to talk about a mindset that you want to have as you approach this holiday season. It's also a mindset you want to have all year around when it comes to you following through, and it's hitting those shots, so to speak, that you must. A guy who is as dedicated as you. Now, you notice with my back training, when I do those rows, a couple things you may notice is that I use wrist straps. I do it with all back exercise. As you know, you're doing all that rowing with your back. It's really taxing on the grip, especially with my MANformation training, what I believe is the ultimate experience if you're a little bit older with a busy, productive life, the ultimate training experience for you. You want to train a little bit heavier, again, focusing on that mind-muscle connection, good form, feel, and execution. Fewer sets, less reps per set, and fewer exercises. But you got to crank up that intensity, and part of it is to challenge yourself to more weight while you're training with that intensity, and you have that form, feel, and execution. All right, so with the heavier weight, I don't want to rely on my grip. I can get that in other places, just training itself. I want to take it all off my grip and into my back, right? Notice on those rows, and you can watch this in the replay version, it's like I'm not bringing the bar even close to my chest. I bring it as low as possible to my belt buckle, So I really feel it in my lats. Also do my best to keep those elbows tucked in instead of letting them flare out. They'll want to flare out. Keep them tucked in, that low grip. Also, just with all my exercise, I really don't let gravity take that weight down without a fight. I control the weight on the way down. In my mind, I'm counting a 1-2 count, controlling the negative, and I explode on the way up, keeping all those things in mind. All right? So one thing about barbell rows is great exercise, no doubt about it. You probably see the big boys, the most passionate fitness experts that you're watching their videos on YouTube, the big guys. You want to master it like they do. They do the exercises like these barbell rows. It takes a lot of skill. It takes a lot of skill, just like everything. The best things in life, movement take skill. So the question would be, with your busy, productive life, is it so important? Maybe you're in your 40s, your 50s, you're just getting into it. This is the time in your life where you're taking control. Or you're busy and you're coming back after 20 years. Does that fit in the 20 things? Mandatory, always using free weights? Is it something that you must do if you're going to look like the big boys? Right? Well, I'll tell you, again, the things that really matter, it's about stimulating the muscle more than anything else. Right? I know the big boys use the free weights. I know that you want to do what the big boys do. It works for them. You're used to being successful. You want to come into this area, but I'll tell you what, it may be more practical for you to use machines. Machines are great, and it's all about directly stimulating the muscle. I want to show you a back exercise that's very similar. That's a machine, and I want to just sell you, I want to convince you, I want to persuade you that it may not be practical. Those type of things, in addition to training free weights versus machines, this type of dieting strategy, eating all those meals a day, separating your weight training from cardio 10 hours apart, all right? The precise amount of carbs, the precise amount of macros, those things are not in the 20 that make the biggest impact. And a lot of really driven men who have busy, productive lives got more on their plate than the younger, passionate fitness experts. They're running around winning but feeling like they're losing because they're not doing all these details, these things that are far outside the 20. I'm in your same boat. I want to give you the certainty and confidence that you can do this, even if you're not all extreme. I want to help you differentiate which the most important things, which ones are in the 20. I'm living that life. Look, I don't think anybody can say that I'm lazy. Right here I am, not only training, 56 years old, 30 years strong. Also, early morning coming to you. I don't think anybody could say I'm lazy. It's about being effective and efficient. All right? You're not taking shortcuts. You're being effective and efficient. If you're going to do this, get good systems to move you forward, not stuck. You can't live that younger, passionate fitness expert life. I want to help you differentiate yourself. I'm going to talk about it. I posted a link down below for you to sign up for my tips. Fill out a questionnaire, reach out to me if you have calls. If you're a fast mover, I've even put my phone number down there to call me. We got these holiday seasons coming up. This is the time right now to get on it. You don't want to try to get my attention in the first year where everybody's doing it. You want to be a fast mover. If you're a fast mover, my phone number is down there. But let me show you, all right, and you tell me in real time. So we have a machine here. Guys, the machines these days are so good that can mimic that movement. Those barbell rows take a lot of skill. That you may, what are you going to develop a skill when you're going to get this right by the time you're 65 when you don't have to. That particular machine, each limb moves separately. It loads up for you. evenly distributed amongst your back. Free weights or machine, use the system that you can design so you follow through. That's what's most important. All right, the holidays are here now, right? Maybe some of you are driving, you're with family, all those emotional times, everybody's thrown off. One thing real quick, too, is that I saw a gentleman post something. He hates the holidays. It reminds him, lonely, disconnected, he doesn't have family. Let me just tell you something. You guys might see the life that I'm living now and how I'm passionately coming to you. If you're in that spot, believe it or not, I was in that spot not too long ago. You just keep on keeping on. In addition to all these training strategies, coming here for the mindset. I want to help you come over to this other side. I know how you're feeling. These holiday seasons leaves you empty. You want them to just get over with so everybody gets back to normal. Why don't we make this holiday season the last one that you're feeling that way? I want you to come along with the ride. Reach out to me if this is resonating with you even more than the strategies. Reach out, get on my tips for older men list, fill out that questionnaire, play all out when you fill it. If you're a fast mover, call me on that phone number, right? I want to help you get to this other side, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. It takes a lot of work. Maybe question some of your beliefs, but look, we have more time behind us than we do in front of us. It's time to get this handled. It's time to make your holiday season the one that you always thought it was going to be growing up. It's time to do that now. I want to help you do that in addition to the physical body, right? But the holiday season is coming up. You know, I played a lot of sports. I watched a lot of sports ever since I was a little kid, and I would see the professional athletes, and you know how they were just gods, right? They were a lot older than us. The sports they played, we wanted to play like them. We wore their jerseys, right? I know some of you guys a little bit older still wearing these 22-year-old athletes' jerseys, right? Okay, that's interesting too because I talk to a lot of guys. Sometimes I think we don't grow past the mental and emotional age of 26. Here we are in our 40s, our 50s or older, and we're watching those young guys and thinking, you know, I can hang with them. Those guys are 30 years younger than us, right? But that's the mentality. But the point, what I want to make with this holiday season ahead of us that we can take all year round, is that when sometimes you have these Hall of Fame professional superstars who are now retired, and they come back to the broadcasting booth, you know, describing the game, and I'm always so fascinated how there's so many distinctions and subtleties to the game that these top-notch players can bring that I would never even recognize. Even if I love the sport, I played it myself, I'm always so amazed. One thing they talk about, whether it's basketball, it could be you know, golf, it could be football. They talk about when in basketball they have that somewhat easy 15-footer, or in baseball a certain fastball. And they talk about the challenge where the other team, they're really playing tough. The defense is tough. And when you get that open shot, I mean, you got to hit it, the 15-footer. I mean, most of the time, if you're a professional, you got to hit that shot because life, the game, the defense, the other team isn't going to give you those gimmies, right? Whether it's a putting on the putting green, you know, those 10-footers, all right? In baseball, the pitcher's pitching a great game. He's putting the ball exactly where he wants it. He's tough to hit that day, but he gives you a high, hard one. And then you'll see the batter, he'll just barely foul it off. Or there's a pass in a clutch game in football, and yeah, it's tough, but if you're a professional, you got to catch that ball, right? Life is tough. The game is tough. And the analogy that I'm having you imagine here is in your life, your disciplines when it comes to your fitness, showing up to the gym, focusing while you're in the gym, eating those meals on time, all right? During those times where it's not the holidays, all right, there's no disruption. It's the same old day, same old work schedule. If you're a professional, if you're really committed, you got to hit those 100% of the time. You got to hit all those meals on time. You can't just cheat just because you feel like it, because you're going to be challenged. Life is going to be tough. You are going to have the holiday season coming up. And if you look in past where you didn't hit the jumpers, you didn't hit the shots, you didn't make those putts, you didn't catch the balls, the easy ones, and it's speckled all throughout your past, I mean, the holidays are going to destroy you. All right, and when you do hit the holidays and the disruption of your work schedule, your life schedule, your training schedule, the gym is closed, or all this food's in front of you, you're not going to be as rattled, all right, as disrupted if you indulge or you take it easy, because you can look in your past and all the shots you should have hit, all those meals you didn't cheat when you didn't have to, right? You hit the workouts when there was no reason to miss them. You focus while you're in the gym when life wasn't stressful. If you're a professional, if you're really committed to being the best, you got to hit all those shots. You got to make all those putts. You got to hit those fastballs, right? You got to catch those balls when the times are easier, right? No excuses. So when you hit these challenge times, you can hit them with more ease. So think about that's the mindset. Got to hit the easier ones. Got to hit it so when life gets challenging, which it will, right? You're more equipped to withstand all the challenges. All right, guys. All right. So that's going to do it for today. Again, thank you so much for joining me. One more thing, again, I want you, a lot of guys are contacting me. They want some help going through this journey. New Year's coming up, but you're probably a guy who's more proactive than that. I know that about you. Now is the time to get a hold of me. Now, I can set you up. I got all kinds of plans, 12-week, 8-week, 4-week, 2 sessions. Right, a lot of guys say, hey, what's this coaching all about? Fill out that questionnaire, and I'll call you. We can discuss what's best for you, because we're all different. We all need different things. I'm very flexible in my approach to get you from point A to point B. But let's start that now. Let's start the talking and the mindset and set up the structure right now. Then we hit these holidays, we can go through them, and then we hit the ground running. You know, don't start thinking about the first of the year, okay, now's the time, now the holidays. Now you're going to be 3 months behind. So if you're the type of man who does what it takes to get what he wants, you're a lot like me, I would just call that phone number that I have right there. Post it right down below, and if you're on YouTube, scroll down in the description. Right? Get a hold of me now. Let's set this up now. Right? Fill out that questionnaire. I'll reach out to you. We'll figure out the best plan for you. All right, for your budget, for your time constraints, and certainly for your goals. All right, so again, guys, thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving. You're so welcome, Michael, for the motivation. All right. Hello, Brandon. Good to have you here. Kevin, James, Caesar, John, Ben, good to have you here. Andrew, Alex, Robert, Jeff, Pete, David, Rock, Dwayne, hey, thank you so much, Masasi, Irfan, Gene, Mark, Irfan, yeah, guys, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad to be going for this journey. I'm so thankful for you on this Thanksgiving holiday here in the United States. All right, guys, so remember, if you're a little bit older like me, got a busy, productive life, there's so much more that you want in life. Got so much talent and ability. You got to allocate your willpower, focus, energy, and time. If you're going to live to your legacy, make it all happen, right? We got more time behind us than we do in front of us. We have to live with a sense of urgency. We got to train. We got to eat. We got to connect. We got to produce for the world. We got to hug and communicate and love our family with a sense of urgency. All right, so have a great day. Have an outstanding day. Have an awesome day. Think big and think bigger than getting bigger.